You take a look at this growth that you've seen. It's been very, very steady over the past 20 years. That includes at least one recession, a pandemic as well. Tell me how Dr. Pepper engineered this steady growth that we've seen over 2 decades.
Yeah. Good morning, Katie. Thanks. I tell you, I'm so proud of what our team has done here at Dr. Pepper. As you say, growing consistently over these last many years. And it's really, it starts with the brand. I mean, Dr. Pepper is an incredible American icon, right? It is truly the oldest major soft drink in the U.S. since 1885, developed right here in Texas, and over the generations has continued to be relevant year after year. It's a unique, one-of-a-kind taste. It's like nothing else, right? Backed up by those 23 flavors. And our marketing team does an amazing job of really tapping into current culture to play off that uniqueness, to bring people together over at Dr. Pepper. And you see that in our marketing campaigns with college football, things like Fansville, our current campaign, It's a Pepper Thing. You see it in our innovation. I've got a few here in my office behind me. Last year, Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream, #1 carbonated soft drink innovation in the industry, $300 million in sales in the first year. And following it up this year with one of my favorites, Creamy Coconut, which plays into that whole dirty soda trend that you see out there. So just some amazing marketing, sales activation, and innovation that led to this exciting milestone.
Well, that's exactly where I want to go because, of course, we're familiar with Dr. Pepper's work when it comes to marketing in college football, but you're also having a viral moment when it comes to TikTok. Of course, people are putting pickle juice with Dr. Pepper. I haven't done that. There's also the dirty Dr. Pepper out there. And I'm curious about how one sort of engineers a viral moment. Is that something that you sort of built to happen, or was that just a stroke of luck?
Yeah, look, one of our key strategies is around consumer-obsessed brand building. To be great in CPG, you must be consumer-centric, and we are here at Keurig Dr. Pepper. And so I think we really have our pulse on the consumer, understanding kind of the trends, what's hot and what's moving, and then immediately tapping into that cultural moment with our brands. And a brand like Dr. Pepper is a perfect platform for it. Our consumers love this brand. They're so engaged in this brand. And so moments like that, Dr. Pepper with pickles, dirty soda, et cetera, we tap into it, we innovate against it, we market against it, and it just amplifies already that passion.
The dirty Dr. Pepper, it does sound good. We're talking about lime juice, coconut creamer, some alcohol as well. Maybe that's on the menu for later. But I want to talk a little bit about the rankings here. Of course, you just edged past Pepsi when it comes to brand popularity. Coke, though, has a really healthy lead. I mean, 19-point-something%. But when you think about the future, I mean, is Coke in your sights? Is that the goal?
Yeah, look, I mean, we are today the 3rd largest beverage company in the U.S., and Dr. Pepper, again, this milestone of becoming the #2 in soda is a huge moment for us. I feel great about this advantage platform that we built at Keurig Dr. Pepper, and it is around, our brands. We have 125 own licensed and partner brands. But one of our keys is really an advantage route to market. We're one of only 3 national DSD, or direct store delivery, distribution systems in the U.S., and that gives us incredible power. We cover over 80% of the U.S. population through our own DSD, and then we cover the rest through partners. That gives us power right to that critical moment of truth at the point of buying, and I think that will continue the trajectory we've seen. Dr. Pepper has grown share for 7 consecutive years. As a company, total Keurig Dr. Pepper, $15 billion in sales. We've thrown off since the merger a 6% CAGR on the top line, 11% EPS growth, and we expect that to continue.
And I do want to talk about some of the up-and-comers, of course, still far in sort of the rearview mirror here, but up-and-coming nonetheless. You think about some of these healthy sodas. We have the likes of Olipop, Poppy, for example, are making waves. And I'm wondering whether that's something that you're looking into, that sort of healthier soda that seems to be catching on as well.
Yeah, I mean, soda overall, carbonated soft drinks is a great category. It's a $40 billion category here. Last year it grew at 9%. This year it's up mid-single digits. So it continues to be very relevant, including in a more pressured consumer environment. Carbonated soft drinks continue to be a great value. We have a great portfolio that I think offer consumers all of their needs and choices. That includes zero sugar. That's one of my favorite, Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. And of course, we continue to look at the evolving marketplace. I think we've got a great reputation as a preferred partner. You'll see us innovate into these spaces, including into health and wellness subsegments. And you'll also see us partner and acquire in those spaces. So we're always on the lookout for great growth pockets here at KDP.
And I want to couch this conversation in the broader economy right now. As I said, of course, Dr. Pepper has been around through many, many cycles in its 140-year history. But right now, you have inflation still a problem for many Americans. And Dr. Pepper is one of those companies that has been pricing or passing along those costs increase. And I'm curious where you are right now when it comes to pricing power and how you're thinking about your pricing strategy.
Sure. Well, our brands definitely are strong, and I think that brings a level of pricing power in the marketplace. What you saw coming out of COVID and with all of the supply chain disruption, you did see some significant pricing really through last year, 23, where pricing was the primary component of our overall sales growth. You're seeing that beginning to rebalance in the first quarter. That we reported yet a vol mix number that was closer to the zero line. And as we go into the back half of the year, I think you're going to see a recalibration around price and vol mix, where vol mix is going to play a bigger component in our overall sales algorithm. But, regardless, we remain committed to a mid-single digit top line growth on the year and high single digit EPS growth.
And we should also talk about coffee. Of course, that's about a third of your sales. And you think about some of the concerns out there. One of the concerns is weakening demand basically for home brewing. And when it comes to that particular segment, are you seeing stabilization there?
Yeah, here at Keurig, we're the pioneer and the preeminent single-serve coffee system at home. Coffee, consumers are highly engaged with coffee right now. Aside from water, coffee is the single most consumed beverage in the U.S. And just last year, it hit a 50-year high. What we're seeing right now actually can play to our strengths. We're seeing a challenged consumer, particularly around the low and mid-income ranks. And the value proposition of a Keurig cup of coffee, particularly in the broader frame of away-from-home coffee shop behavior, is significant. And that's one we're playing into. We're doing that through, obviously, price and promotion strategy, price pack architecture to get a good price value for the consumer and right outlay. Value marketing to be clear to consumer that you can have, for the price of one Monday cup of coffee away from home, you can have Monday through Friday with Keurig at home. And then we're really innovating in this space. Cold coffee, our biggest push into cold coffee, which is obviously a huge trend with a new brew and chill brewer. Great pods that make cold coffee, premium coffee expressions. And then we announced an intention to launch a revolutionary new system that includes plastic-free, aluminum-free pods that'll even make a high-pressure espresso. So we're really innovating into this space, and that's why we remain bullish on our coffee business.
And Tim, I'm sad to say I only have about a minute left with you, but I want to talk about your career a little bit because you're new to the top job over at Keurig Dr. Pepper. You only took over in April. You joined the company in November as COO, but you have a long career when it comes to consumer packaged goods. We're talking Mondelez and Kraft, of course. I'm curious, from those other companies, that industry experience that you have, what lessons are you bringing to Keurig Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, thanks, Katie. Yeah, look, I only joined this company last year, but I do bring over 30 years of experience in CPG. And, a couple observations. I mean, one is this beverage industry is a great place to play. Within CPG, I think beverages are the most dynamic part of CPG, consistent pockets of growth. Within beverages, KDP is an advantage platform, and that's why I joined this great company. We've got incredible brands. We've got incredible route to market strength. And we have a winning culture. I like to call it a challenger culture. You know, we're hungry. We like to play offense, not defense. We like to disrupt. And I think a great example of that is what you've seen with brand Dr. Pepper.